fuck's wrong with this mic? I got two that are like unrelated, but don't worry, I have a really good transition. Do y'all like this shirt?
Yes.
Yes. I actually have mixed feelings about it, like I do most of my shirts. But I will say that I like the fit. I like stuff looser these days. I don't know if any of you have ever had this experience, but the other day I was looking at a photo of myself when I was younger, as opposed to a photo of myself when I was older. And I looked at like what my body looked like and what I was wearing, and I thought to myself, wow, I had really good self-esteem for some reason. I must have. I went out in public. And that's not even the crazy part. The crazy part that is at some point in the evening, somebody pointed a camera at me, and apparently I was totally fine with it. I'm smiling in the picture, and I'm never smiling in a picture. It'd be one thing if it was a photo of me going, but no, apparently I was happy as a clam. And it was at this moment that I had this profound insight. Self-esteem is a dangerous thing. I'm going to be the one to say this in 2024. And don't get me wrong. I hope you all have self-esteem about your appearance. I really do. Just don't go crazy. You don't want to have too little self-esteem, and you don't want to have too much. You want to find that Goldilocks zone. You want to be on the third planet from the sun, because the third planet from the sun can support life. Somebody give me the name of the second planet from the sun. Venus, named after the Roman goddess of love and beauty. Now that's a very flattering thing to be compared to, right? Here's a fun fact. The average surface temperature on Venus is 870 degrees Fahrenheit. You may think you're hot, but you're not that hot. And the fourth planet from the sun is Mars, who is the Roman god of war. And the Greeks and the Trojans actually fought a war over Helen, who was considered the most beautiful. Actually, never mind. I think I made my point. Which is that you want to stay on Earth with your self-esteem. It's nice here. We have water. We have oxygen. Stay away from the spaceship of misplaced vanity. And I would say, thank you for coming to my TED Talk, but obviously this is not a TED Talk, right? So thank God people on the third planet from the sun never say corny shit like that. We've got enough trouble with all the self-esteem, right? Speaking of capitalism, I lied about having a good transition. Do any of you work from home?
Yeah.
I think the best thing about working from home is probably when the weather is really bad. Like when there's been, let's say, a snowstorm and the roads are icy and slick. That's when you want to be working from home for sure. Have any of you ever had a non-work from home job and the weather was like that and they expected you to come in anyway?
Yes.
Recently, perhaps?
Yes.
Okay. That happened, not recently, but that has happened to me in the past. And I remember getting off the phone with them and looking out the window and saying to myself, my work is trying to kill me.
Yeah.
May not be a rational thought, but it's the thought that I was having. But I needed the job, and so I got there somehow. But the good thing is, they did make it up to me. How did they make it up to me? Did they give me a raise? No.
No.
Bonus? No.
No.
Early retirement with full benefits? No.
No.
Cocaine and hookers? Sadly, also no. Can anybody tell me how they made it up to me?
Pizza party.
Pizza! I thought you looked familiar. Nice to see you again. And here's some pizza. And I've never told anybody this before, but this seems like a safe space. I ate some of the pizza. And I felt like such an asshole. Because it's like I was signing a waiver. I, the undersigned, signify by the ingestion and eventual digestion of this slice of pepperoni and sausage that I'm okay with the fact that my work tried to kill me. And I will not pursue legal action against them for this. And in fact, if they want to try to kill me again, that's fine too, as long as I get some donuts. Now, maybe I'm being too harsh. Maybe I'm being too cynical. I've been accused of that in the past. There's a non-cynical explanation for this. Maybe the decision to get the pizza was made by the people at my local facility. who don't have the ability to give me a raise or a bonus or any of that other stuff. Maybe they were thinking to themselves, well, we do have a little budget for this kind of thing. They risk their lives to get here. Let's do something nice for them. That's one possible interpretation. Let me run another one by you. Imagine it's 1,000 miles away, somewhere it's definitely not snowing, and one of the vice presidents of the company is sitting in his big corner office, and he's sitting there in the dark. He's just sitting there in the darkness with all of the qualities that allowed him to rise to the level of vice president, and he's rubbing his hands together, and he says, well, well, well. It looks like our plan to kill one of our workers on the roads this morning has failed. Let's see if we can take out a pizza delivery guy. Right? Maybe that's why I felt like an asshole. It's not like the pizza was teleported to me. I should have been standing in solidarity with my pizza delivering brethren and sisterin, but no, I just had to stuff my face. Maybe I'm being a little hard on myself. I mean, after all, I did still have to drive home, and as far as I know, this might have been the last pizza I ever got to eat. Besides, one individual action, can't really fight the evils of capitalism anyway. I mean, maybe even group action, even if we band together, maybe we can't fight it. But is there some way that in the future we will all live in a world where we don't have to worry about dying on icy roads at the whim of our employer? I think what we have to do is cross our fingers and hope for the best and put all of our faith in global warming.
Guaranteed. Man, does your job hate you that much?